first few days at camp, how have they been going? How have you been feeling on the ice?
Yeah, it's been really fun so far. I've met a lot of new people, did some new drills that I've never done before, and the first couple of days have been really fun so far, and I'm really enjoying it.
How do you feel like you're fitting in with just some of these other players?
Yeah, I think pretty good. There's lots of guys here that have pro experience and played at higher levels than me, and I think I fit in well with them, and it's been a pretty competitive camp so far.
You've probably been asked this question many times, but just tell us about your style of game and how you think that might adapt to the NHL level.
Yeah, I think I'm an offensive defenseman that plays the game really hard. I think I can create offensively and be a really good defender as well and play a physical game.
Where did you learn that offensive style of play?
I think it's just kind of something I've always had since I was younger. Just I like to score goals, like to be in the play, and I just think I brought that to the game at the next level.
Was there a player in the NHL that you really liked and you tried to maybe mirror your game off of them?
I think like this year and the past year, Bouchard on the Oilers, that's a guy that creates a lot offensively. Yeah, he has a really good shot and he puts up numbers on the board.
Just assessing where you're at, how fast do you think you might be able to fit into an NHL lineup?
I hope the next years or so, next 2 years, that's what I want to do. That's my goal, and I'm going to do what I can to do that.
You talk about goals. Can you share a personal goal of when where have you targeted for yourself?
Well, I think for me personally, probably the biggest one was to get drafted. That was my goal I set probably when I came into the Western Hockey League at 16. And to kind of see that happen was a big accomplishment.
I mean, you've already ticked that though. What's the next one?
Play in the NHL. That's my next goal. That's what I want to do.
Do you think it could be this year?
I want to just come out here, try and do my best, and I'm not sure what's going to happen, but just trying to impress the organization and just play the best I can.
Talk about the past few months, kind of the anticipation of the draft, really uncertainty. Where am I going to go? What team am I going to go to? Is there a sense of relief now that there's some certainty and you don't have to be worrying about all that stuff?
Yeah, I know it feels good now to be a part of an organization that wants me, and I can grow in the organization. I'm really happy about that.
Does your summer change at all now that you're with a professional hockey organization? Does that change your workout routine or what you plan to do this year?
I don't think so. I've been training the last couple of years to get to where I am today and keep getting better. And I don't think the routine trades. I train to be a pro player, and I'm going to keep doing that.
Is it all training, or what do you do? Is there some recreational stuff you get to do over the summer?
Yeah, I'll be on ice training, off ice training, maybe some events for the Hitmen back in Calgary, and just kind of see how the summer goes.
I heard you have two older brothers. How have they impacted your hockey career, maybe even your style of play?
Yeah, I got two older brothers that both played hockey, and I grew up watching them play. My oldest brother's a defenseman, and that's kind of why I wanted to be just like him and play how he played. And it's awesome to have them support me and be like my biggest fans.
What position did your other brother play?
He was a goalie.
Okay, and what are their names?
Keeling and Connor.
Keeling's the older one?
Connor's the older one.
Okay, and Keeling?
Keeling, yeah.
Okay. You say you're a physical player. How much did you guys play mini sticks, and how much did you get beat around as the young one?
Yeah, lots of floor hockey, lots of street hockey, and we had really competitive battles where all three of us wanted to win whatever we did. So yeah, it got pretty intense and lots of battles in the basement.
Now, being from Calgary, tell me about your relationship, or if you have one, with both Jake Sanderson and Jacob Bernard-Docker.
I've never talked to Bernard Docker before, but Jake Sanderson, our families are close friends. He played with one of my brothers growing up, so they know each other quite well. I never really have talked to him before. We just kind of have that mutual connection.
How do your families know each other then?
Our brothers played together. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's so cool. Have you messaged Jake at all?
He sent me a message when I got drafted and just congratulating me and just welcoming me to the organization.
Have any other players texted you too?
Yeah, Brady Tkachuk texted me after the draft, which was pretty cool, and so did Batherson. So, three pretty cool guys to receive message from after a pretty big day for myself.
I was going to say, how much does that welcome you into an organization?
Yeah, it feels nice to have guys reach out and just kind of make me feel a little bit more comfortable and say hi and whatever. So I think that was awesome that I got those messages.
I know we're only 2 days into camp,
Yep.
but what have you seen from specifically your defensemen so far?
They're big. When the smallest guy you draft 6'2", it's pretty interesting out there. 6'2" is usually pretty big, and now it's a small guy. But it's been great. All the young guys have come in. It's exciting when you get to see them at development camp after they draft them, and you don't know because you haven't seen them all as a development guy. Now you get to see them, and it's pretty exciting. We've got a lot of good players here.
Is that an indication of maybe the direction that this organization's going with defensemen, just big physical ones?
I think so. I think if you watch hockey in June, I think the teams are pretty big and the defense are big, and obviously we're drafting big, so it's a good thing. Lots of good kids, and they can play also. Not only are they big, they can play also.
Tell us what you've seen early from Carter Yakemchuk.
Obviously, a very skilled kid. Easygoing, Western boy. He's easy to work with. It's a fun prospect to work. I mean, it's been 2 days on the ice together, and he's been a lot of fun to work with so far.
What do you like about defensemen who aren't afraid to score a lot of points? Like, I think he broke a record with the Hitman.
Yeah. I mean, it helps. I mean, nowadays they want everybody, they want that 4D jumping in the play all the time. It's a part of everybody's offense. Every team preaches it. So when you get good players like that can do it, it's pretty exciting.
Is there a defenseman that you could compare him to that you've seen come through this organization at some point?
Oh, boys. I mean, not
or even in the NHL.
Not per se, like exact. Oh, okay, that's a good one to put me on the spot. I like that. Any kind of the skill guys, but he has some size, so kind of little bit different. I don't know. I'm just like a Brent Burns, I guess. It's just a name that comes to mind.
Okay, but it's kind of like he's a unique player, right?
He's a unique player, yes. Because he brings offense. He's a big kid, and he's got a lot of different assets, which are pretty important for them to be successful.
Now, do you give him feedback at some points? Like, what kind of improvements you want to see from him early on here?
Well, development camp, the biggest thing is just get to know them, and then you get to see the things like firsthand. You get to look under the hood firsthand and get to see what you need to work on, and then you just build the relationship so he can trust us, and we can start working with him and helping him get better.
Do you see him fitting into an NHL lineup soon?
I mean, it's early, obviously, dev camp, but I mean, obviously he's got lots of talent. He's had lots of success already, but it's tough to say. It's day 2, but I mean, obviously he's been great so far. So
it's like it could happen. It's not like this is a guy that's got a lot of work to put into. Like he's not a big project.
I think he's a young guy that's going to need work. Because D's not an easy position. Obviously, like forwards, it's a little easier. But just looking at him right now, it's not my say. When he's ready or not. It's just my job to help him be ready whenever they see fit for him to be ready.
Have you ever worked with a defenseman as tall as Eliasson?
No, it's awesome. He speaks such good English, and he was fun to work with today, and he's physical. Every drill he was into, even though we weren't doing a lot of physical drills, he loves physicality. It's fun to work with a guy like that.
And given that he's so tall, how would you rate his skating skills so far?
Oh, it's incredible that big, that young, that he's, as put together as he is. He's going to grow. Obviously, he's going to get stronger. He's going to get more coordinated. It's pretty incredible how he's able to move out there at that size and that young.
So what was the first day like for you today?
It was really fun to being out of the ice. I got my hockey gear yesterday night, like 10:30. So, I mean, it was stuck in Chicago from the flight. So that was pretty boring yesterday. I did some off-ice workouts. So, yeah, it was a great day yesterday too.
How did it feel just to be on the ice then for your first day of an NHL defensive camp, or development camp rather?
Yeah, incredible. At first we was on figure skating. I think that was pretty hard in the beginning. I haven't been on ice for a while because I was on combine. Then I come home, get sick, and then I was like free for 2 days. I get one ice, and then I go to the draft. So, yeah, it was an amazing feeling to get on the ice with Ottawa Senators.
I mean, you're tall, you stick out. How do you think that adds to your talent level or your ceiling as a defenseman?
I mean, my size is, I think it's important that I keep going with my physical play and my mean out there. So, I mean, my size is good to have in the battles and my reach also. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep going with my play and play my style.
What do you think your strengths are as a defenseman?
My strengths are in the physical play, obviously, and also that I have some good reach and I have a good mindset. So I always put my team first, want to win the game and win the battles out there. And I love to make some big hits and stuff like that too. And being pretty mean out there.
Being mean?
Yeah.
Growing up, who were some of the defensemen that you looked up to or tried to maybe mirror your game after?
when I was young, maybe I watched some like highlights of Shara. I mean, he's more huge than me, but right now I watch Niklas Hägg, Nikita Zadorov, and Erik Chelnak in Tampa. So, I mean, I like their physical play, and I also like that they can play with the puck, simple, shut down defensemen. They can create some good things when they are in bad situations out there. So, yeah.
What type of defenseman have you played with? I know you won a bronze with Sweden at the U18s, but when you've been playing in Sweden, what kind of style of defenseman have you been playing with, and how does that work for you?
In the national team, I played a lot with Leo Salim-Wallenius. He's pretty offensive, so he fixed the offense play and I fixed the defense play. So, I mean, I play physical in the defense, shut up some pucks to the forwards or him, and yeah, he is more skilled in the offense play.
People love when you brought up Brady Tkachuk, you know, with the Ottawa Senators. What do you think about the organization so far, and even just the city?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen that much in the city. I see some on the Safari. That it's a pretty nice city, like pretty cozy, like old city. So, I mean, I think that's really incredible. The Ottawa Senators they have some nice facilities. We was in the hot tub yesterday in the sauna, and yeah, I mean, I love it. It feels so good here.
Have you had a chance to talk to Daniel Alfredsson?
Yeah, I talked with him yesterday. He is from the same town as me, so he's from Kungsbacka, where I am from at the beginning. So, yeah, that's pretty fun that he's here, and yeah, always a guy that I knew in my whole life.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's that conversation like? Because it's probably somebody, I mean, he's a legend everywhere, especially in Sweden, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw him, we say hi, and we talked about that he had a house in Särö, that's in Kungsbacka, where I live, like 50 minutes away from my home, so that was so fun.
When do you think you might be able to fit into an NHL team, like when you evaluate your level and the level of the NHL?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna work on my puck skill, my first passing and stuff like that, so I mean, I'm watching 3 to 5 years in the future, and we will see how much I develop. Maybe it goes faster, and maybe it goes slower. We will see. I just want to be in a good spot now and develop and, yeah, get better every day.